Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Unboxed Live. It's been a while. It's been a long minute since I've last appeared live. So, what are we doing this morning? Well, I'm here to talk about this beast. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Polymega, as in one of the best systems I've had in years. Hang on, let me just check. Good. Audio's fine. So, what is this system? This is basically the ultimate clone system. Now, there are some clone systems that play NES, Super Nintendo. This plays everything. NES, Super Nintendo, Genesis, 32X, TurboGrafx-16, PC Engine. Oh, and also plays CDs. See, that's the thing about old CD systems, like the Saturn, the PlayStation, the Sega CD. After time, they're going to stop working. Now, with some systems like the PlayStation, yeah, you've got the backwards compatibility of the more recent systems. What about the Saturn? What are you going to do with that? Well, you might be able to find bootleg lenses on AliExpress or some shit. Or you can scoop out the CD-ROM drive and play everything off an SD card. But let's be real here. Why would you want to do that? Let's say you have a physical collection. What would happen with all that? I don't want to replace my entire physical collection, my entire shelves, with an SD card. This system plays all my PlayStation and Sega Saturn CDs. I've had this system now for about a year or two now? Actually, I don't remember. See, this system was supposed to launch a few years ago, but there were a lot of issues, you know, obviously COVID and the, what's it called? Basically getting the parts and everything. Supply chains, that's it. And even more crazy, this console was being manufactured in a country called Myanmar. Now, you might have heard of that country recently, as it fell into a militaristic coup about 2 years. So that was an issue right there. So there's been a lot of issues getting this system out there. But I've got it. Yeah, I've actually got it set up right here. I've actually got another camera for this. There we go. Oh, it's the Polymega cam right there. Yeah. So yeah, this system right here. So basically what happens is you can pop out this front compartment and pop in the cartridge slots. Now, why are we... leave it out. So why are we discussing it today? Well... I hate the audio. The anxiety. The reason why we're discussing it today is because, well, it's on my shirt. Ladies and gentlemen, we have got it! The brand new module. The N64 one. This is going to play all of my N64 games. I've got them all lined up right here, off camera. I should have another view for that. But yeah, let's open up this sucker. Come on. Damn plastic. There we go. Where this one been? Assembled in China. Alright, so at least they're actually manufacturing in a place that isn't... Well, yeah, let's not go there. Okay. Come on, get the box open. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the brand new... Oh, look at that. Ooh, the brand new Polymega controller. upgraded and the brand new Ultra module. So let me just... No, I don't want the trailer again. There we go. Now, let's pop in this brand new... I think it's registered. Okay. Yeah, I think it's working. Yeah, it's got the module line and everything. Okay. Let's get the first game. Actually, we need to get the controller. Plugged in, which is the port 1. Actually, I actually don't know which port is which. And there's no manual. There's supposed to be a manual. Oh wait, it's on the it's the most left side, most right side one, as opposed to. Is that going to work? Yep. Okay. Love the background music. Okay. So, let's finally test this out. Let's obviously go with the first game for the N64. Super Mario 64. Alright, here we go. Hang on. Let me just get... The Polymega came in. There you go. Now, the best thing about the Polymega is while you can use your physical media directly, you can also install it onto the hard drive. So I'm going to just see how quickly it takes to install. Yes? External storage. What? Hey! Like that? Shit! Shit, that was quick. Okay. It's gonna sound crazy. That audio, that music sounds very... Oh, that was weird. Am I playing this at the library? Well, that's happening again. I probably shouldn't have installed it because I'm not seeing my save files. This made me sound crazy, but I'm not hearing the sound. Right, I didn't hear the sound effects when the Super Mario logo was supposed to jump out, like ding. I didn't hear that. I did not hear. Didn't hear the pipe sound. There's no pipe sound that went down. That's supposed to be there. Well, the controller isn't bad, I'll give you that. Ah, it doesn't import saves. Okay. Okay. I thought for a second, oh shit, I lost my save. Oh god. You know what, that's fine. That's fine. Just means I get to play Ocarina of Time all over again. Audio echoing. Time all over again. Audio echoing. I'm not getting any echo. Well, now I am because I'm testing the damn thing. I'm not getting any echo. No, I am testing the damn thing.
Let's go.
Might be because I am having. I'm guessing the game was getting picked up by my microphone. Okay, might be that. All right. Might be because I. Yeah. Oh, hi, sweetie. I'm playing my brand new Polymega. So I can play all my N64 carts. Come on, there we go. There we go. I only have my capture device and my microphone. I have no desktop audio enabled with this stream. At least I don't think so. No, I don't. Actually, I'm going to swap over. There we go. Okay, so obviously the first one is Mario 64. That works fine. My N64 collection. Hang on. Let's see if I can show it off with this. That's my N64 collection. These are all custom cases I made myself for my collection. Yeah, hang on. Let me just... Yeah, let me do that again. Yeah. So here. There are more that I wish I could get. Okay. So... Mario 64. I'll give you the pin, the socket where you put the cartridge. It is pretty tight. Let's see, what game should I go with next? Hun, Banjo-Kazooie or Ocarina of Time? Sophie's choice right there. I'm gonna go with Ocarina. The installation speeds are nuts though, because obviously it's cartridge, so it's using. Well, keep in mind, Ratchet, I'm also in PAL, so it's gonna be a whole different game with my stuff, I'm guessing. Oh no, it is. There is a Sega Genesis module, 3D. You can even play 32X stuff on that. I just don't have it because I already have a Sega Mega Drive Genesis. I'm really Ooh. Yeah, there are 5 modules. Oh, okay. Oh, my apologies. I'm guessing I just didn't know how many people outside of America had gotten the module yet. I'm honestly surprised I actually got my module as quickly as I have. I was told at the end of December that it's going to arrive. And the tracking number I got from Polymega still is like, oh, we received it, or we're receiving notification, we need to... It hasn't updated in weeks. So I was surprised to find this on my porch. Honey, PAL is the video format that Australia and Europe use. There is PAL, and then there's NTSC. NTSC is used by the Americas and Japan. It's basically how a video is presented, what hurts. It's not as big of a deal nowadays. But yeah, a lot of the TVs back in those days ran on different hertz, ran on different things. I like to think that if Australia had the choice, we probably would have gone with NTSC with the rest of the country. But I think because we were stuck with the UK and everything. It's kind of reasons why there were a lot of... Should that be white? Or is that grey? Is that supposed to be grey? No, I know it looks grey, but I'm saying, should it be actually looking white? Like, it's the actual... It might just be my video processing setup. I remember the first time I actually played this game, it wasn't on the N64, it was actually on the Wii. On the Virtual Console. I had actually never played a Zelda game before I got the Wii. And so I decided to buy Ocarina of Time and see what all the fuss was about, because I never owned it. And I remember the first day I played it, I didn't leave the room for like 12 hours because it was that addictive. It was just that big of a deal. Even in 2009 when I first played it. Then I played. Then I got Twilight Princess, which I think was a major step up from Ocarina. I actually will say I prefer Twilight to Ocarina in some instances. Midna is a million times better than Navi in so many ways. Now, there's another thing that I'm going to want to test with this thing, because there is another feature of this module that involves this thing, the N64 transfer pack. Now, one thing that the Nintendo 64 should have featured, but didn't really, outside the Pokemon games, was Game Boy support. There should have been the ability to play Game Boy games via this thing. We only had the Pokemon games, and that was it. And I'm guessing was because it may have not been an emulation. It may have just basically had some... Because the transfer speeds between the controller, the transfer pack, and the system were pretty slow, or as we've seen with this system. But what is being featured on the system in a future update is the ability to play and transfer your Game Boy and Game Boy Color games onto the Polymega via the N64 transfer pack. I'm hoping in the future we could actually have a much more HD feel for these games. I mean, this is obviously looking what it would look like with the TV back in the day. You know, without the whole anti-aliasing that the N64 had built in. Oh, I'll see you later, sweetie. Love you. Like, I'm guessing what Pokemon Stadium did back in the day was get some details from your Pokemon save files and basically popped it onto the Game Boy games that were already on the N64 card. I don't know, maybe. Dude, I have just... Yep, Force RGB. It's not the... it's... Yeah, it's full RGB. Oh, I hopefully hope so, mate. Okay. Look, I'm going to... these are probably my 3 favorite games on the N64. Oh, that's right. This controller has also been designed for proper Sega SAN supports. See, ever since I got this system, I've been using this essentially generic universal remotes. The problem is that the Sega SAN obviously has 6-button layouts. This also does. Now, I don't know. They should have made all the buttons the same size, because you see the C buttons are definitely not on the same level. I keep forgetting how small N64 games are. Just how big they were. I mean, yeah, the PlayStation had FMVs, but and keep it. Ooh, see that? There was oh yeah, I can see transparency inconsistencies. That might just be the way the game was designed. I'm going to mute the I'm going to mute the capturing audio. Ooh, that's not showing up on my TV. See, I don't want the N64 look like my CRTV. That's the whole problem. Even with all the mods on the N64 with the RGB and such, there's still this blurry, smeary look that I do not want. I want it to look, you know, I want it to look crisp. It's anti-aliasing, essentially. It was built into the system. But if you play, say, an N64 game on an emulator, you can get the thing, you can make the models look very, you know, crisp. Well, honestly, I wouldn't mind the Jags. Let me go, you ugly old hag! Don't scrap. Was that picture right there? That frame picture right there? I believe that was part of the Banjo-Kazooie beta that they made. Because I remember seeing footage of that on the Rare Replay thing. Oh. Wake up, you fat oaf. Moly, 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 moly. Then you can, Goggle Boy. Goggle Boy. What was all that noise about? Where's my sister? The ugly witch Gruntilda swooped down out of the sky and grabbed her. Calm down, Geeky. We'll get her back. Where did she go? Yeah. Well, no. Project Dream did have the human protagonist for the N64 version as well. I don't know. Was it Super... There's been a few Project Dream prototypes. There was the SNES prototype. Then there was a Project Dream for the N64 with the human protagonist. And then there was a Banjo-Kazooie prototype for the N64, which was basically a side-scroller. There's at least 3 or 4 prototypes of Banjo-Kazooie and Project Dream that I would love to see release the product. Because I know, one of the Rare founders still has at least 2 prototypes on his. Gee, that's nothing special. Try to stand Beaky, tap R to move the camera around behind Banjo. Is that all worm breath? No, hold R to keep this. What do North know about jumping? More than you. Okay, I think I've had enough of that. Now, let's give it a real test. This here is my copy of 40 Winks by Pico. This came out just a few years ago, actually. Now, I don't know if this will actually work, because in a lot of ways this is essentially a reproduction. This isn't an official card, but this is a card I legally bought. So let's give it a shot. There have been suggestions that there have been Here we go. It's gonna work. No, it's not. It's gonna show up as game match. That's actually a good question. I'm pretty sure it's a northern. No. Yeah, I'm not getting any audio through the... There we go. Well, I guess we can rule up the 40 Wings card right now. When it restarts, I can't get the controller to... How do I boot up the controller? So... Huh. That's weird. Okay. So that isn't working right now. Alright, fine. Let's try another card. don't think this is going to work either. Yeah, it's crashed. Now, I'm not going to install my entire collection today, but that's probably why I wasn't getting... Because I had the wireless adapter plugged in. Okay, next one. Sin Punishment. Great game. One of the best games in the system. Well, my only Japanese imports. And I lost the audio again. Does it work? Yep. How many times did it crash at me? Just a few times. I crashed it when I tried playing my 40 Wigs cart. And it crashed at me when I played my Goemon card, which I think was a bootleg. So, yeah. Now, there is something I am going to try with this game in particular. That definitely works. The English patch I have for Sin Punishment doesn't work. Damn. takes a while for the controller to recognize itself. Okay. So, obviously, right now, certain cards are not working. Even if you add them, they're not, which is a shame. What should I play next? Of course. Let's play the, my biggest concern is that all the mods that people have made for the N64 games, like GoldenEye and Banjo-Kazooie and Zelda, they've all been made with specific versions in mind. Like, take the Ocarina mods. All of them are made with Ocarina 1.0 US version in mind. God, it's been years since I played this. I will be interested to see how, if we can have custom control setups. Because I want to play GoldenEye with a modern controller, like a real FPS. Duh. Sorry, it's been a while since I played this game. It's been a hot minute since I played this. Ah! The field of view is terrible. God, it really has not aged well. Where the fuck is this guy? Okay, now it's running smoother. What the hell? Was that because there was less people there? Yeah, well, one of the developers they already have is Pico, which should make you think, well, why can't I play their game? They already have Pico's games on the Polymega store already. And yet I can't play the 40 Wings card that I've got. I think it's more of an issue that anything that's game media just doesn't play. Ugh, come on, up. Come on, up. There we go. I swear, controlling N6. Was it supposed to last that long? The falling down thing? Here's the thing. The 40 Wings N64 card is probably made the exact same way that the other supposedly bootleg N64 cards are made. That you get on AliExpress and such. So, I would like to see how they can try and enable that game, but not all of them. That's my biggest concern. Like, they're being way too cautious. well, I guess my patch for patch. The problem is, yeah. I wanted to play Smash Remix, but unfortunately, because I have a PAL cartridge, that isn't going to work. Which means I'm going to have to try and get a US release of Smash Brothers for the N64, which I really don't want to have to do. Oh. So, my copy of Jet Force Gemini, which I know is real, is popping up as game media. Is that something that's been... Huh. Has Jet Force Gemini been one of the, issue games? And it just crashed. Beautiful. Did it just crash? Yeah. Well, I've got a copy of Light Out Wars myself. Let's give that a try. I can know this one's real. It didn't even do a reboot thing to me. It just crashed. Oh. Oh, hang on. Look at that. Lion Wars actually is working for me. Let's see if it actually plays, though. Well, how about that? I'm definitely going to install that. I don't know. I do not know what the difference is. NUS 006 Europe, NUS NFXU Oz. I'm guessing your card might be a European one. Mine's actually the, I don't know if it's going to focus in here. It says Ozcart. So mine might be a slightly different revision to yours. I don't know. This is weird. I think it's just crashed. Oh wait, no. Just Conker's being a very slow bitch. And now it's crashed. And I don't have Pokemon Stadia, Top Gear Rally, or Lego Races. Alright, I've put, there we go, start a new game. Hey, there we go. Marvelous. The cock and plucker. $61 megabytes though. It's one of the biggest games on the system. Jesus. Now, before we go, I'm going to wrap it up soon. But let's try the whole transfer pack. It is an expensive game, I know that for a fact. Well, I don't blame people for Alright, I've got my transfer pack. I'm going to pop it in. Nothing. Oh, N64 bag compatibility. Yep. Maybe I need to have a game in there. A Game Boy game. Here we go. Metroid 2 Return of Samus. Nope. Let me get an official N64 controller. Find one. Where did I put it? Ah, here we go. Got the transfer pack in, and I got a copy of Metroid 2 in there, and it's not doing. I would have to give it a B plus or an A minus. Actually, maybe even an A, because while the N64 situation is not as good right now, everything is there for it to be improved on. The hardware's fine. The hardware can read it all. I'm willing to bet. But right now, performance just it's the same thing with N64 emulation on PC. But the fact is, this is a device that can play PlayStation, you can play Saturn, SNES, Genesis, 32X, PC Engine, and which, let's be real here, unless you're going to go the analog route, there really is not a lot of ways to play PC Engine and TurboGrafx 16 games outside of the original hardware. Oh, there we go. I don't know what happened. I don't know what changed. Let's go back and try the Polymega controller. Maybe that has a better... It's saying identifying do not remove transfer pack. Like aim and transfer pack has not been identified yet. Alright. And you go back. You remove the cart. Works just fine. Alright, that looks just fine, so I don't know what the hell's going on with the transfer pack. Let's try a different game then. Let's try Zelda. I only have a few original Game Boy games I have. Link's Awakening, Metroid 2, a Game & Watch, I think. Okay, it's in. It's saying identifying, do not remove transfer pack. Alright, let's see if this takes any time. Great game. Ooh, yes. Let's see how this goes. Donkey Kong 64. That is a good game. Whenever you're ready. Like, I know that the speed of the transfer pack is like really, really slow, but this is oh whole other level. Oh, what the hell? I think I might have to restart the system. I don't believe that they're going to scrap patches just to appeal to a supposed online store, because if they get rid of patches, that means fan translations is out the window, which is gonna suck, especially for things like the Saturn. Alright. Transfer pack. Link's Awakening this time. N64. Transfer pack magic. Well. Okay, it's plugged in. I'm going to put it into my official. Well, okay, we're in this situation again. Identifying, do a remove transfer pack. Alright, so what if I want to identify it? What's going on? Okay. Yeah, it doesn't seem to wanna. I'm moving the transfer back and just delete. Yeah, for right now. All right. So it looks like right now the transfer pack situation is not working, pretty much. Hopefully it will be addressed in a future update. Okay, let's add one more card. Pokemon 64. Ooh, banana. Hang on. He's supposed to say okay, okay, isn't he? There's supposed to be sound when that Nintendo logo comes up. Am I crazy with that? Or was there okay? Supposed to be there. BK Donkey Kong, he's the leader of the bunch. You know him well. Finally back. Play, yeah. We're scrapped, yeah. Alright, let me just, I'm going to install this game. Add to collection and install it. 33 meg. Okay, so we've learned some things. We haven't learned some things. I'm definitely going to give some more attempts after this, but it's great that if I have this, and hopefully we're going to get some updates soon, so more of the games I have will work. Well, I want to thank everyone for watching, and I will see you all next time. Catch you all later.